Good afternoon folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well, and welcome to another video. Now I've got a little bit of a man-flu thing going on here, so apologies for the croaky voice. Sounds damn sexy though, doesn't it, eh? So anyway, I've done a couple of videos very recently, in fact they are my two latest videos, in which I've told you guys and gals about a welding course I'm doing at a local college. Now one of the things which you naturally have to address is the situation regarding PPE, personal protective equipment. Now, do you use the stuff provided by the college or do you get your own? Now, it's not unreasonable to assume that if you enrol with a local college, they're going to provide all of the necessary kit, and indeed, I'm not suggesting they're not, but it's become quite clear from one of the tutors that the helmets, you know, the masks, which they're not in the best condition because the younger students who have attended previously, they haven't treated them particularly well and have abused them. So, you know, as a student, you go in knowing that you're going to be using gear which is not as good as it should be, let's put it that way, or do you buy your own? Clearly, if you buy your own, you've got to do your own research and there is a big cost implication. So it's a very individual thing. I've decided that I want, you know, the best gear I can to protect my health and safety. And as a result of that, I've bought some of my own gear after doing a bit of research. And that's the purpose of this video. I just wanted to share with you what I've bought and why. Anyway, look, I'm going to spin the camera around and just have a very quick chat with you about the stuff and just to show you what I've got. I'm not going to go into the minutiae of all of the specifications, particularly where the helmet's concerned, but I will put, you know, one or two little bits on the screen so you can get an idea as to what it has to offer. In other words, I'll describe the features. All right. So that said, I'll turn the camera around and we'll take a peek. So first up then is the helmet, which is the bit I think most people want to see, isn't it? Obviously the helmet and the screen, the shield that comes with it, that's going to be the bit that protects your eyes. So that's of utmost importance. Now, in my previous video, I did put it out there whether or not I should get a little helmet. In other words, one with the Parkside brand. And I did consider it, you know, it's got lots of features and it's a very good price. Price is 25 quid. However, after much thought and deliberation, I decided not to buy one and I went and bought something else. I did my research and this is what I settled on. So as we can see then, this is a welder's helmet by a company called YESWELDER. We'll just open up the box and I'll show you. And these incidentally are extra plates for your eyes, okay? Because obviously after a while with splashes and what have you, you will need to replace the eye shield. So first of all, it comes in a nice little bag. In fact, I've got two of these lot. Two lots of those now, lot. Got your, that's what it is, lot. YESWELD LYG M800H series auto darkening helmet. Lovely. So it comes in a nice little box and a very nice little bag here to protect it. And funny enough, you know, this bag, the quality feels as good as the two motorcycle helmets I've got. In fact, the material is virtually identical. So I've got this helmet here, look, that comes in a protective bag, and also a more expensive one, this Snowland here, and this protective covering here is going to be far superior to this one here. You can just tell. Anyway, not interested in that. Oh, you want to know what the helmet looks like. So, what have we got? Isn't she pretty? So this is a very attractive welder's helmet then. Now I'm not sure whether or not that's a Mark II or Mark III. It's not entirely clear. And there's two main reasons I bought this. The first is because it darkens automatically. So as soon as you get a spark, this should darken. And secondly, it's got such a large viewing screen. I mean, that is a really good size. And the thing is, of course, because I'm not a professional and because I'm a beginner, a newbie, then I need as much help as I can get, and it's important for me to make sure that I can see as much as possible. Now, some of the viewing screens are only basically just little slits, okay, which, you know, might be okay if you're a bit more experienced and you know what you're doing, but I need as much help as I can. So turning the thing on its side then. So we've got a few knobs on there, look. Now, one of these is I'm not sure which one, but one of these basically will determine how dark the eye shield is. Another will determine how quickly it responds to the spark. And the other one is just a little bit of protection, I think, really, if you're doing some grinding work using an angle grinder. So looking to the back of the helmet then. This is the head strap, which keeps the thing in place. And really interestingly, you know, something I didn't really think about when I was looking for a helmet was how well these buttons here, look, actually keep it in place and stop the helmet from just sort of dropping down. So there's a decent amount of friction there, look, and it will hold it in place. Because the last thing you want is, you know, you lift your helmet up and then the thing just sort of like falls back down over your face and clunks against your chest or something. So it needs to be quite good. This is fully, this can loosen or tighten the strap around your head to make sure you get the feet you're looking for. Got that little, another little band on there, look. Now all this stuff down here, look, is very important, and that relates to your safety. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all of the specifications and the reaction rates and all the rest of it. Suffice to say, this is just a very, very basic overview, but also you can replace these safety screens, and that's what we've got here, look. Okay, so I've bought 2 packs of these on the basis that hopefully this helmet will last me a decent amount of time. And, you know, because I'm inexperienced, I think I'm going to get quite a few splashes on there. So I've just made sure that I've got plenty of replacements. These shields here, look, okay. So we've got those. And as we can see, look, there's a really nice big space there, isn't there? So you can see what you're doing. So, as I say, without going into detail, that's the welder's helmet. Now you probably think, well, okay, D, get to the point, how much did it cost? Now I paid just about 60 quid for this, just over £60, and the price for this, the original price, I got it in a sale, was about £83, something like that. So that's the helmet. So what we'll do, look, let's put that puppy to one side. Okay. So overall, it's very important to protect you from molten metal splatters, that sort of thing. Now these were an absolute bargain, which I got from Amazon. I've got 2 sets of overalls. I owned that one previously. Exactly the same item. And we've also got a sort of a hood or a snood. So let's just put that to one side. Now, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4", I weigh 17.5 stone. You know, I'm not slim and trim as I used to be. So these then are fire retardant overalls. Company is Portwest, and this is part of their, they do loads and loads of different ranges, and this is part of their, it's called the Bizweld range. Okay, so this is a triple X in size. It's a long length, so the leg length is 33 inches. I was wondering whether it'd be long enough, but it's perfectly adequate. I've tried these on, and the colour is navy blue. So 6'4", 17.5 stone, 48-inch chest. I normally wear 34, 35 inside leg trousers. That says 33, but I can guarantee they're absolutely spot on. So I have already opened one of these, so let's just put that to one side. So that's the tag there, look. Tells you a little bit about them. Flame resistant, look. And there's a load of stuff on there, look. Yeah. So let's just get these opened up then. So that's the main label on there, look, gives you a little bit of information. As we can see, we've got two large pockets on the chest. This thing here, I'm not sure what that's for. Little label on the arm. As we can see, there's no zip on these. These are all snaps, and it must be said that these snaps are really good. You know, they ain't going to come undone anytime soon. Listen to this lot. So they are decent quality snaps, have made to very good tolerances. Okay. So the waist then is elasticated round the back, as we can see here, look. And on the hip we have a couple of nice large pockets. Got one either side. On the leg, at least on the right leg, we've got another sort of pocket on here, look. Okay, so put whatever in there. But there isn't one on this side. I mean, it does come a point where, you know, you can put so much crap in your pockets and overalls that, you know, it just becomes uncomfortable. So the stitching on these is very good. Got some nice little seams on here, look. Oh yeah, and you've also got some snaps on the sleeves, on the cuff, right? Just so you can cinch that down a little bit. So I will try these on, and I'll show you what I look like in them. So anyway, that's what we're looking at, look. One of those puppies. Okay. So I've also bought this welding hood then. They just come in one size. Once again, it's navy blue. I'll put the price on the screen. And again, it's part of the Portwest Bizweld part of that range. So we'll just undo that. So that's the item there, look, reference number, etc. So what have we got here then? So let's just spread that out then. There you go, look. So that's going to protect my head, my face, my neck and my shoulders, particularly if I'm doing any welding overhead. So this is made of the same flame resistant material as the overalls, and it's also got this hem here, look, it's quite nice and thick, which will presumably help to maintain its shape and form. So yeah, I'm sure I can get even my big thick head through that. One size fits all. Okay, so that's the protection for the face, neck, head and shoulders. Now we've got some gloves to have a look at. Right, so the gloves then, or gauntlets, depending on how you want to describe them. So as we can see, I've got two pairs here, and these are things which really you need to try on. You might be lucky, you might find something which is very comfortable and fits your hands, but I tried on 4 or 5 pairs, different pairs, and I opted for these. So these aren't the most expensive by any stretch of the imagination, but the reason I got these was because they fit my hand. These leather palms are very supple, allowing a lot of dexterity. There's plenty of space where my fingers go, and they haven't got loads of lumps and bumps and bits of leather where the seams have been stitched together, you know, making it really uncomfortable. And the other thing is that these will enable me to feel what I'm doing really well. Okay, they're not that thick and lacking in dexterity that I'm not going to be aware of what I'm doing. So Ron Simpson, never heard of him, but they're good gloves, and they were £8 each. Okay, so I thought if I get a couple of pairs, then if I knacker one of them, then there's another pair in standby. Now the other thing is, these are relatively inexpensive, and you can get cheaper. You can get welding gloves from places like Screwfix for about £3, but at the end of the day, so they're not the cheapest, they're not the most expensive. If they turn out not to be fit for purpose or heavy duty enough for my needs, then guess what, I'll just step up a bit and we'll get some more expensive ones. But that's the gloves or the gauntlets. Right then, boots. Now the main criteria is that they have a steel toe cap and preferably leather. Now as we can see, these are not leather, are they? Now these are a very cheap pair of boots. The brand name is Sight. I bought these from Screwfix along with a pair of trainers which are exactly the same style and colour, and they cost £19 each. From Screwfix. I've worn these, I've abused them, and you know what, they're absolutely excellent. They really are. For a cheap pair of boots or trainers, you can't go far wrong with these. Now when you look at the reviews, you do get comments from people saying, oh, you know, I've gone hiking in them and they're not very comfortable. Well, nobody said they were hiking boots. These are boots, you know, entry-level boots, you know, with a steel toe cap for people like myself who are doing DIY, people who do like construction work, that sort of thing. I wouldn't say they're a professional boot, they're just not going to last long enough, but for somebody like myself, they're absolutely spot on. I personally find them very comfortable. They offer the right degree of protection, but I can foresee a situation in the very near future where these will need replacing, because I just don't think they're going to be sturdy enough. They're not going to be robust enough for my needs, I don't think. Okay, so I'm a bit of a clumsy git, and yeah, I don't think they're going to last too long. Anyway, look, so I'm more than prepared to get another pair of boots which are perhaps more durable and hard wearing when the need arises, and I think that will be in the not too distant future. I've got my own laces on here, look, I've gone through 2 or 3 pairs of laces, but anyway, look, so they're the boots I'm going to be using. Steel toe cap, very comfortable boots, cost £19, absolute bargain they were. So that, other than you know, perhaps 1 or 2 little bits and bobs, is my welding gear for my course. somebody mentioned Hannibal Lecter. So this helmet then is very comfortable. Lots of space. See the sun. It's good, isn't it? Now, these overalls then, so they're a nice length, perfect length on the legs, and although the inside leg states 33 inches, the actual, you know, the groin bit drops further down. So that's a perfect length for me. I'm 6'4", as I said numerous times. They are a little bit baggy though, to be honest with you. I might end up wearing a belt around here. Lots of space, especially for like ties. The length is absolutely perfect. So folks, I'm all logoed up then. Can't wait for my next class. Ready for duty.